Hello guys and gals, it's Hex here. Today I've got something for you. I'm going to start making some villager houses. 1.14.1 is here and it's time to start sprucing up our villages. Now, you could make a villager trading hall out of fancy redstone stuff. You could make an iron golem farm out of these villagers, but why not actually build an actual village where you can trade with them in actual buildings like this library? And hello, cat. So this house is the first one. Clearly this is a library. And it doesn't necessarily look like a library. It's more of like a bookshop, I guess you could say. And check it out all the way around. I'm really happy with this build. I think it looks very medievally. And I really like the fact that it has a stone base and a wood top, much like a lot of medieval buildings that one might see on Pinterest or fantasy, or I think that's pretty realistic as far as medieval buildings. It's definitely more of a upscale one with the stone on the bottom, but I really like the stone. I really like the roof, and I like the exterior quite a bit. I think it has a lot of detail. Yeah, the inside is not particularly interesting. However, inside there are a bunch of villagers, all of them librarians, and then each librarian. Could you guys please like sort this out and just go in through the door one at a time? Are you for real that dumb? There we go. All right, there you go. And they do, in fact, close the door behind them, which is nice. Okay, so inside, all we have is lecterns, bookshelves, and some lanterns. We also have kind of a cool floor. And the reason this is kind of open like this is because the purpose of this is for you to actually trade with these guys and come in here and be able to have a village that you could come to in your survival world and actually do some business and conduct business in here, trade for some books, give them some emeralds, and get whatever. Up here are just some simple sleeping quarters where the villagers can come up and sleep. Now I suppose that one could decorate this a little bit more elaborately, but the purpose of this house is not to be like a Minecraft house, like with a kitchen and blah 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 for fictitious people that don't even actually need kitchens. This is to be a functional place where the librarian villagers are going to hang out. Now, this one has room for 6. 6 is actually quite a bit to cram in here. It gets a little tight, honestly. You could do 4. You could also do this particular house with a different type of villagers. You could use, the Fletcher or whatever. I do plan to make separate videos for those types of different ones and do it like a different build and a different building looking for each and every type of villager that exists in this medieval style, and then also go to like modern styles and some other different types of styles as far as creating villages. Anyway, that's this one. So yeah, the purpose is for you to be able to come in here, trade with the guys, and then leave. And if you need additional villagers, you can create additional buildings and have that work out. Now, this is something I've been wanting to test to see if these zombies are actually going to try to attack the sleeping villagers. And they seem to be kind of ignoring the door, which is really good. All right, you're going to want to start out with an area. You're going to want to start out by clearing out an area that's at least 7 by 12. That's the size of this thing. Whoopsie. So this guy right here, we have 7 blocks this way and 12 that way. And that's going to be the very bottom foundation of our build. So don't worry, we're going to fix that. Then next what you're going to do is fill in this entire thing with whatever floor you want to use. In mine, I used a combination of these oak wood stripped logs and then these spruce stripped logs. I'm going to do the same thing in here. Okay, like this. Now, I just kind of put them in different directions. So I did some like this way, some that way, and then the spruce wood I just kind of threw in there. And I did that because the more randomness you can put into this, the more medieval it looks, because medieval things, they tend to be not clean and precise like modern architecture. So what you want to do is to try to randomize things a little bit. So if you're using a floor, try using a couple different colors and try randomizing sort of the pattern on the floor, because people in medieval times, they kind of just did what worked and they didn't really necessarily follow a plan or have professional builders or anything like that. They may have had people that was kind of their job, but a lot of them just kind of built their own places or maybe hired somebody else to do it if they're very, very rich, at least kind of in the early medieval period. Now, if you're a medieval expert and I'm wrong on that, please comment in the comments and set me straight on how that would all work. But as far as from a layman's just aesthetic standpoint, the more random you can make it, the more sort of medieval it seems to look in Minecraft. Okay, so that's that right there. I'll just do another aerial shot so you can kind of see if you want to build it exactly. And there we go. Okay, next what you're going to do is you're going to bring these walls up to a height of 4 in the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the front. And I'm just going to use cobblestone to kind of show you the height, and then we're going to talk about the detail of it. And then we're going to go ahead and build that. Okay, and then you place a block there and there. So we got 2 windows and like a doorway right here. Okay. Next, what you want to do is bring up everything else, a total of 3 blocks. So it's going to be basically 2 more blocks on top of these smooth stone ones that I have been below. Now, the way that I typically do this in creative mode is I go ahead and I go around and I just fill in the whole darn thing with 1 single block. I'm just using cobblestone right now. The way that I might do it in survival is a little bit different because you might not want to like build everything and then replace it. It's a little annoying to do that in survival. So you might have to kind of randomize as you go. The next thing that you do is you just kind of randomize this to taste. These librarians are tripping off that door. Okay. You just randomize it. So then what I want to mean by randomize it is you're just going to take and place blocks of a similar color. So what I've got in my hotbar is I've got some cobblestone stairs. I've got some of these smooth stone blocks that I've already used. And I've got polished andesite. I have regular andesite. I've got stone stairs, and andesite stairs. And if you want to, you could use a little bit of stone bricks, although I kind of stay away from those on this particular build because the idea is to make it look like just a bunch of stones kind of piled up into the shape of a wall. So that's kind of the idea. Yeah, so I just kind of go along and replace things, and I just kind of decide, okay, what looks good? Does that look good there? Does that look good there? Maybe a little bit of this stuff. Maybe like that a little bit, and maybe one there. And this is literally my thought process that I'm going through. Like, literally, maybe I'll put one there, and maybe I'll put one over here. Let's see. Maybe we need one more of these guys, like up a little bit higher. Maybe like that. That's okay for now. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with all the different sides. Just kind of like replacing these blocks as you see fit. Now, this is definitely a taste thing. So some of you might not like some of the stairs that I might put in here, but what I'm trying to achieve is the look of crumbliness, if that makes sense. Okay, so we've randomized the outside so far. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to put in a little sort of porch entrance thingy. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and put just some blocks here. Maybe one of those, maybe one of these. So it's about 3 of them across. And then we're going to go ahead and place some stair blocks around it like this. And it doesn't matter. I'm just doing some random ones. Oh, hello, creeper. What are you doing? You're creepy. Get out of here. All right, like that. All right, next go ahead and take out your yellow glass panes. We're going to put a pane there, and then we're going to take some iron bars and go across like that. And we're going to do the same thing across here. And then that just gives this illusion of kind of a glow inside. That's why I use the yellow. You don't have to use the yellow, and you don't have to do the bars, but I think it does add some effect. And it's kind of not cool that the bars do that and attach to the glass, but whatever. It is what it is, and I think the bars make it look pretty authentic because the lower level, again, we don't want any uninvited guests to be coming through the windows, if you know what I mean. All right, then what you're going to do is you're going to take out some buttons, and you're going to place buttons around randomly. Now, these could be like little rocks and stones that are kind of sticking out of the wall like this, just to add a little bit more texture to the build like that, to kind of simulate that this is a haphazard, thrown together wall made out of whatever stone could be found in the local area. So there we go, just a few buttons. And you could really spend a lot of time like, oh, I really want a stair block here. And nope, I don't like this cobblestone one. You could really spend a lot of time doing that. In fact, I did spend quite a bit of time on this. But the effect is very similar. You're going to get about the same effect, whether you spend a lot of time or whether you just kind of throw it together randomly. Okay, next we're going to grab these spruce wood stairs, and then we've got these stripped oak wood logs, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 alternating stairs across the front like that. And then we're going to break this, and we're going to bring the stripped oak logs all the way back. And then on the corner, we're going to put one facing upwards like that. And then across here, corner facing upwards, and across here like that. Break this one and put one right there. Okay, next we're going to do some detail on the inside. Usually I do the inside last, but I'm just going to go kind of bottom to top in this one. Okay, so if we're going to have to get out some bookshelves, place a bookshelf there, one there, and one there. And then do the same thing on the other side. 1, skip 1, skip 1, skip 1, like that. And then in between each one, go ahead and place in a lectern, just like that. And then on this one, and this one, make these double high, like that. And then we can fill in this right here. You could leave that as a void back there, or just fill it in with whatever blocks so mobs don't spawn in there. That'll save you a couple of bookshelves, and then a bookshelf there, and then one there. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take some stairs right here, and you're going to place in a stair block there, one there, and one on top of that bookshelf, just like that. All right, next you're going to go ahead and take some slabs and place slabs all the way across here. Actually, these can be solid blocks too. I don't have any solid. Anyway, so you could go like this, actually all the way across here, but we are going to be using these slabs in a little bit. Okay, and then right here, go ahead and put slabs there, and we have to leave this one. Nope, we can get underneath there, can't we? Nope, we can't. So just break that one out like that. Okay, then you're going to put a slab there, and then all the way across here, and then you want to put, you can make all these like solid blocks like that. Okay, and then that's the downstairs of your library. Now we need a little bit of lighting, considering it's getting dark here. So we're going to place in a lamp there, a lamp there. These are lanterns, I guess. So you can either put it on top of the bookshelf. I like it hanging like that. And then I put one, let's see. Oh yeah, I built a little counter right here. This might be like kind of the bookshop counter, just like that. There we go. And then go ahead and place in a lantern right there, like that. Okay. So again, this little thing is just 2 full blocks, and then a slab, and then another full block. You could also be fancy and go like this, place in an upside down stair there, like that. It kind of looks better. I don't know. Either way. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and fill in the top of this with planks to keep the rain off our heads. Yeah, I know I can do weather clear. I can set it so that it doesn't rain, but I like it. I like the rain. Makes me happy. Okay, there we go. All right, fill in the ceiling, and that is the downstairs. Now again, you want to leave this relatively open so that the villagers have room to move around, and so do you. Again, you might consider getting rid of these and just putting in bookshelves here, so that there's only 4 lecterns in here, so that there's a little bit less villagers, so it's a little bit less crowded. But I'm just going to go with the way that I built it on the other one and just do 6. All right, next, on top of this guy right here, on the corner, you're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 stripped oak logs or whatever wood you're using for your framing, like that. Okay, you're going to do that on both sides. Then you're going to come across like this, and just like that. Okay, cool. Next, you're going to take this all the way across, just like that, to the corner. We're going to pillar up there, and I like to have it pillar up there and then go across. I think that's a little bit more realistic for how somebody would actually build a building like this. But yeah, oh, exactly. Okay, do the same here, like that, and then you're going to create segments of 3 on this. So 1, 2, 3, put a pillar. 1, 2, 3, put a pillar, and 3. And then this, we're going to leave the whole thing open. And then right here, we're going to do 3, and then a pillar, and then 3, and then a pillar like that. Okay. Next, you're going to grab out some white concrete and some diorite. Yes, I know, diorite. Now, if you're not too happy with the diorite, this is a trick I got actually from Lord Dacker, I think is his name. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. I know his name is D-A-K-R. Anyways, you should check out his channel. He's an awesome builder. I tell you what, he's better than I am. Way better. But yeah, I get a lot of ideas from him. And what he did is he took some different types of white, including the diorite. I'm just using the concrete and the diorite because I think it looks better. I don't really like the powdered concrete that he uses because the powdered concrete kind of sparkles and it doesn't seem right. You could also use bone blocks in here, although I don't really like the bone blocks, but it's up to you. Anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to build this out such that we have two little windows like that, okay? And then the reason that I'm using this diorite is because it's kind of like the, the plaster here, this wattle and daub, as they call it. It's sort of a mixture of mud and manure and some other nasty things, and then packed into some sticks. Basically, it's kind of a whitish color plaster that they would put on in buildings. So that's what we're trying to simulate here. But we're kind of simulating that some of that's maybe crumbled a little bit over the years. So that's what the diorite's about, is just the crumbly bits. Kind of like using cobblestone over here and some of these other little texture things kind of show some crumbly bits on the walls here. And I just want to put that right there. I'm just saying. Okay. There we go. Cool. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to take some of these guys right here, these little spruce wood trapdoors, and you're going to place one under here, one under there, and then you're going to grab this and place it right there. Okay, cool. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a window here, fill this one in entirely, make this pretty much the same as the front, fill that in entirely, window, window. Okay, just like this. Just going to take you on a tour around just so you can see it all. I also put the yellow glass panes in the windows like that. If you wanted to put a window here, you could. I just kind of feel like breaking it up a little bit without having a window there. I think that looks pretty nice, actually, to break it up just a little bit. Okay, next we're going to do some detailing on each of these windows. So on the front, what we're going to grab is we're going to grab these spruce wood slabs, we're going to grab these trapdoors, and then we're going to grab these fence posts and fence gates, like that. Okay, so on the front, wait, where's my slabs? Where's my slab? There it is. So the slabs go across like this. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and take some of these. These are like our shutters. Okay, and then one nice little trick that you can do is kind of go this way and open it like that, and that kind of looks like the shutters sort of half open, half shut, and you can decide how many of those you want to put around it. I only did like one or two that way. Okay, and then right here we're going to take and put two of these fence posts and then a fence gate and open it up right there. Okay, and we're going to do that pretty much on every single one of these windows like this. Decorate them all pretty much the same. The only one that I did differently is I went and just did 3 tall right there in the center. And what I'm trying to simulate there is with this kind of medieval construction, oftentimes they have these beams that are kind of going in and through the plaster there, the wattle and daub stuff, to strengthen it. And so I'm trying to like simulate that a little bit with these. It doesn't do the best job, but that's about as nice as you can do it. And I think that the overall effect is pretty good. So that's what that's about. Okay, I'm going to do the other side and get all the windows done. Okay, so let me show you around. Just like this. This one here, the trapdoor, I put it over the window. Goodness gracious, weather. Yeah, I know, I can clear it permanently. Leave me alone. This one here I put right over there, and then I suppose you could do something like that as well. I think that looks good. I didn't do it on that one, so I'm going to take it off, but you could kind of mess around with this, with these kinds of decorations a little bit. This one here I put sideways, and then those two like that. There's one other little detail that I kind of forgot about, and that is like very sparingly, you can take these diorite ones and replace it with a diorite stair. Give things a little bit more texture. Like that, very sparingly, like maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 on a side, as you see fit. Like that, maybe this one. And you don't want to do it like underneath the windows because I think that kind of looks funny. Maybe it doesn't look that funny. It's not that bad. And then I stayed away from doing it on the front, just because I suppose we could maybe try it here. But doing it in the middle looks like that's kind of intentional, so I don't know. It's up to you what you want to do there. Okay, Let's go ahead and get started on this roof now. The roof looks really complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. Let me show you. So what we want to do is we're going to grab these guys first and some of these. So we've got sprucey stairs and sprucey planks. Okay, we're going to start right here over the top of this fence gate, and we're going to put a sprucey stair, and then we're going to bring it forward one. Okay, you do the same thing on the other side like this. Okay, then you're going to go upside down, right side up, upside down, right side up like that. Okay, then you're going to do one more upside down, and then you're going to place a plank. On top of that plank on the other side, you're going to place a stair. So it's going to look like that. Same thing on the other side. Whoops, that is not a plank. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Okay, like that. And then you're going to do that again. This. So upside down stair, plank, right side up stair, like, oops, like that and like that. And then on the top of this thing, we're just going to go ahead and place a plank like that, and then one more there. And what we're actually going to do is on top of that, we're going to take and place in two slabs, a slab there, a slab there. Then we're going to break that out and go like that. Okay, so the front of this thing we have one plank, a second plank, a half slab, and then a half slab up on either side. We've got one of those. And that's kind of my little detail on this particular style. Okay, then go ahead and do that on the other side of your build. Okay, just like that. Then you're going to go ahead and take these spruce stairs, and you're just going to bring them all the way across there and all the way across right here. Okay, now before I get too ahead of myself, let's go ahead and take, we need to put a couple of things in this upper area. Okay, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take and put in a bookshelf right there, and then a bed. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll do 5 and 6 beds in here. All right, so these are the beds that the villagers are going to sleep in, and then I put bookshelves in between. You don't have to use bookshelves, but just something to give them a little nightstand, for goodness sake. Okay, you could also go like this and put a bed there and one there, and then leave this open for them to fall down this little hole. Or you could even put in, I suppose we'll give them a railing so they don't fall and die. But honestly, I feel like sometimes they might get congested right there, but that's the basic idea. Let me clear the weather again. Okay, weather's clearing up. Then we're going to take and put a spruce trapdoor at the bottom of this block over the window, and then underneath it we're going to place one of these little lanterns. There, and over here, like this. And what this does is A, it lights it up so that no zombies spawn in here, and B, it provides light that's going to be seen easily through the window to kind of light it up and make it look cool at night. And then pick one of these to put a lantern on top of so we have some lighting in the center here to prevent spawns. And if you want to do a little bit more detail, like you want to put a painting or you want to do a little carpet or something, you can do all that stuff, but who cares? I don't want to do that. Not doing it. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take and put some beams across, and I just put beams across where these sort of posts are coming up. Just put a beam across there and a beam across there like that. And then we'll put some beams coming up this way. I'm just going to start them there. I think they're going to go up about that far. So what, 4? I might have to take them down a little bit. And then that way it just kind of looks like sort of the internal supports of our roof here. And so that way when you're down in here, it looks like, oh, there's like supports. You could build another like staircase up and then have an attic up in here for them to hang out in or something. But again, these houses are supposed to be for villagers. This is supposed to be a villager shop where they live upstairs and they do their stuff downstairs. This is not supposed to be a shop for like fictitious humans that live in the medieval period. So that's why I'm building it, the interior anyway, the way that I did. Okay, next I'm taking birchwood stairs, and I'm connecting there, and then we're going to take birchwood planks and connect here. So basically, wherever there's a stair, go all the way across to the other stair. Wherever there's a plank, go all the way across to the other plank. And then I'll show you how to increase the detail on this later. So we're going to go planks there, stairs across there. Here's a plank next, so we're going to take planks across there, stairs across here, like this, and then don't do anything on the top yet. Okay, just like that, and I've got the other side done as well. Then we're going to go ahead and take our spruce slabs and come all the way across the top like this. And this does two things. It prevents zombies from spawning up here. It also makes a nice little thing across the top. Okay, next what I did to create some extra detail, and I'm kind of thinking about zombie spawning at the moment. Probably not the smartest thing in the world to do, but take a few of these stairs and replace them with some planks like that on each level. Just kind of like to taste again. Right, so you don't have to do this part, but I think that it adds a lot of detail to the roof. While I'm doing this, the rationale for me using birch wood is I'm kind of trying to create the color of a thatched roof. Now, unfortunately, Mojang decided let's not give them half slabs and stairs for things like, I don't know, the wheat blocks, whatever that block of wheat, bale of hay bale, whatever that thing's called. Which would be really great because if you just filled in the center with hay bales of different types, then that would, I think, look the best. Also, kind of those red stripes on the hay bales, it's just not quite the right look for the roof. So that's why I'm using these birchwood slabs and stairs, or planks and stairs. Anyway, right here where we have these planks, what I did is I took and I broke a couple of them. You probably saw me doing that while I was talking. And put in a few stairs like that. So now then the stair block right here adds some extra detail. Really? I tell you what, while I was not recording, I built that one and it didn't rain one time. I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, Minecraft. All right. Then do the same thing on the other side. Okay, just like that. And just like on the walls, we're trying to create the illusion of randomness. So don't overthink it. That's the best advice I can give you. Just don't overthink this stuff. And I just kind of had an idea. What if we put a few of these little sprucey buttons on here? What if we put a sprucey button here and there? Especially maybe like on top of these to keep a zombie or two from spawning like that. Maybe one there. Maybe one there like that or there. That kind of gives an interesting effect, doesn't it? Kind of adds a little bit more texture to it. I like that. I don't know why I didn't do it on the other one, but this is pretty cool. You could also use a few, like if you took some wood, this is all wood. Oh my gosh, Hex, come on. If you took some oak wood and you replaced a few of these different birch wood blocks with some oak wood, that also can create a little bit of a randomizing effect. But I'm just going to stick with the all birch look for now, just to kind of check that out and just see that. Okay, next we're going to do is our little gable ends, and we're almost done with this thing. Okay, so for the gable end, we're going to go ahead and grab our concrete, our diorite, our glass pane, and our detail block, and that's it. So then we're just going to go ahead and fill in the gable like this. Okay, I'm just going to start with concrete and then fill it in with some diorite here. So then we're just going to kind of go up like that. And then the window should be one block above this, the stripped oak right there. Okay, so there's our window. And then I'm going to go ahead and, do this effect again. There we go. Maybe this one right there. That's pretty good. And then I suppose we could take a stair, one of these diorite stairs, and do the same thing right here. There we go. Now on this here, we're going to place in one of those. Actually, on this, I put the half slab below the window there, and then the trapdoors like that. I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, so right here, also what I did is I took and brought this out, a couple, to put banners on. Now, if you don't like my banners, you can make your own banner, but I'm just going to take the same banner that I have here. This is supposed to be a bee. I need to look up how to make a bee on a banner, but that goes there and there. And the reason I use brown and yellow is brown and yellow, complementary colors there. Same colors as that. But you can do whatever banner you want. Like you could do an L for library or whatever. Just something to signify that this is my library here. Okay, so I did the rear gable end. I also did a few other things. I just threw some leaves around the corner here, and the corner there, the corner here, and the corner here. Okay, I extended this path. The path is just basically 3 wide, and then I've got just a few fence fence posts along it. Fence. This is oak wood fence. You could use whatever fence you want. You can mix it up. Doesn't matter. We got a golem spawn. It's pretty cool. And then in the front here, I put an item frame with a book to signify this is where you can get books. I did this little sign. You can dye the sign with yellow and make that work. This is a spruce sign. I think that works really well. And that's pretty cool. I also planted a few flowers and did a little bit of path block work in the front. And then I took and used my spawn egg to spawn 6 more villagers, which turned into librarians almost instantly. And we have our second bookshop, and I think they look really good. Well guys, this has been Hex. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you like this library. I hope you try this method in your own world of having some little villager houses for the villagers to live in, and then for you to come visit them to trade with. I think that that's a kind of a fun way to do it, as opposed to having a trading hall. Trading halls are cool and all, don't get me wrong, but I think that if I had a choice, this looks way cooler than a trading hall, just to be honest. Anyway, this has been Hex. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, all that kind of stuff. Helps out the channel. And don't forget to leave a comment if you want to see other things, or if you have ideas for improving the builds that I do. I welcome comments like that. That's pretty cool. Anyways, more importantly, I hope you're having a wonderful, awesome, amazing, stellar, insert favorite positive adjective here, day, and God bless.